Before continuing this video, click the like button and subscribe to the channel to stay updated with the latest news from Manchester United. Paul Pogba had surprising response to Alex Ferguson's Manchester United demotion. Paul Pogba will hope to be back on a football pitch again before this season is out, after his 4-year doping ban was reduced to 18 months by the Court of Arbitration of Sport. The French midfielder was provisionally banned for 4 years in September 2023, after a drug test found elevated levels of testosterone in his system. However, an appeal to CAS saw the ban reduced to 18 months. Pogba said his nightmare was over, and that he had unwittingly broken the anti-doping regulations. Pogba ended his second spell at Manchester United in 2022, and back-to-back injury layoffs mean that he has played only 12 games in the last 2 years since returning to Juventus. During his time at United, Pogba was under fierce scrutiny, with Graham Souness among those who targeted the midfielder with particularly harsh criticism throughout. He had returned to Old Trafford in the summer of 2016, after coming through the club's academy early in the year. His first departure for Juventus in 2012 came amid a falling out with manager Alex Ferguson, with Pogba unhappy with his lack of first-team opportunities. Ferguson in turn accused Pogba of disrespect towards United, saying at the time, "This week, Pogba gave his first interview since the shortening of his doping ban," speaking to Cavasolfall of Sky Sports. With Alex Ferguson in the news, Pogba was asked about his former manager, and gave a surprisingly positive response. This week brought the news that Alex Ferguson is to be taken off the Old Trafford payroll at the end of this season, as part of Ineos' cost-cutting measures at Manchester United. Paul Pogba was asked about the news in his surprise interview with Sky Sports this week. The question appeared to be the first Pogba had heard of the drastic measure from Jim Ratcliffe and company, and he appeared surprised to hear of it. Pogba would however give a surprising answer which suggested he still held much respect for Ferguson, despite the difficult end to his first spell at Manchester United. What does that mean? Will it change what he has done for the club? I don't think it will change what he's done. The only thing that I hear is that he won't get paid anymore. Sir Alex Ferguson will always be Sir Alex Ferguson, he's still in the history. Manager who's beaten Pep now in position for Man United job after Tuchel's snub. Thomas Tuchel is now officially England manager, meaning Manchester United will now have to look elsewhere in their search to replace under pressure Erik ten Hag. Former Chelsea and Bayern boss Tuchel had been widely linked with United before he was appointed as the new England boss on Wednesday. "I am very proud to have been given the honor of leading the England team," Tuchel said after his unveiling. "I have long felt a personal connection to the game in this country, and it has given me some incredible moments already," he added. "To have the chance to represent England is a huge privilege, and the opportunity to work with this special and talented group of players is very exciting." With a move for Tuchel now out of the question, United will turn their attention to 2 English managers in their search to replace ten Hag. That's according to Team Talk, who report that former Brighton and Chelsea head coach Graham Potter and Newcastle United boss Eddie Howe are in a strong position to succeed the Dutchman should he be given the axe. The publication claimed that both managers are admired by United, but Potter is the more likely of the two to land the job. Potter, who usually deploys a 4-2-3-1 formation, has been out of work since being sacked by Chelsea in April 2023. While the Englishman endured a tough time at Stamford Bridge, winning just 39% of his 31 matches in charge, he fared much better during his time at Brighton between 2019 and 2022. During the last of his 3 years in charge of the Seagulls, Potter guided the club to what was then their best ever Premier League finish of 9th, securing wins over Mikel Arteta's Arsenal and Pep Guardiola's Man City in the process. According to reports shared by Team Talk, United are prepared to sack ten Hag should his side fail to win their next Premier League game against Brentford. This season, the Dutch manager has led the Red Devils to their worst ever start to a Premier League campaign, gathering just 8 points from a possible 21. The club is currently 14th in the top flight, 2 points behind 11th placed Brentford, who they welcome to Old Trafford on Saturday. Beating the Bees will be no easy feat for ten Hag's side. Not only are Thomas Frank's side enjoying their best start to a Premier League season since the debut campaign in 2021-22, United could be without as many as 11 players for the fixture. Erik ten Hag handed huge Man United fullback headache before Brentford clash. Erik ten Hag is facing a selection crisis in defence as Manchester United prepare to host Brentford in their first game after the October international break. The Dutchman remains under significant pressure after leading the Red Devils to their worst start to a Premier League season ever, securing only 8 points from 7 games to sit 14th in England's top flight. Ten Hag's key attackers like Bruno Fernandes, Marcus Rashford and Alejandro Garnacho have all misfired, while heavy defeats to Liverpool and Tottenham Hotspur have exposed some glaring issues at the back. United have not been helped by a frustratingly long injury list, a problem which also plagued them throughout 2023-24, and the 13-time Premier League winners could be without as many as 10 senior squad members when Brentford visit Old Trafford on Saturday. A major problem area has been at left-back. Diogo Dalot has often filled in away from his more favoured right flank due to injuries to Luke Shaw and Terrell Malaysia, but the situation has been exacerbated by Nasser Mazraoui's enforced absence. The Morocco international underwent a precautionary procedure on his heart during the international break and is expected back before the next pause for national team fixtures in November. In the meantime, however, Ten Hag will have to find an alternative at left-back with Shaw, Malaysia and Mazraoui all unavailable this weekend. 17-year-old Harry Amas featured in the first team during pre-season and may get the chance to make his competitive debut for the senior side, while Victor Lindelof has been deployed at left-back when needed in the past. The Swede made his first league appearance of the season in the goalless draw with Aston Villa earlier this month but played at right-back, with Dalot staying on the left. On top of the left-back conundrum, Ten Hag is also without Lenny Yoro and Harry Maguire, while there are further doubts over the fitness of Garnacho, Mason Mount and Kobbie Mainoo. There are also fears over Manuel Ugarte, who suffered an injury while playing for Uruguay. Former Manchester United coach Benny McCarthy believes Pep Guardiola is the only manager who would be a real upgrade on Erik ten Hag at Old Trafford. The Dutchman is under fire once again after failing to impress at the start of the 2024-25 campaign. Thanks for watching.